Buddhism originated in ancient India. It is a religion and philosophy that has had a profound impact on the world. Buddhism teaches that life is full of suffering. However, it also offers a path to enlightenment and liberation. This path is known as the Eightfold Path. Buddhism spread from India to other parts of Asia and beyond. It became a major religion in many countries. Today, Buddhism continues to be practiced by millions of people worldwide. Its teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and self-awareness remain relevant. Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, was born in present-day Nepal. He lived a life of privilege as a prince. However, he was deeply troubled by the suffering he saw around him. At the age of 29, Siddhartha left his palace and family. He embarked on a spiritual quest to find the truth about suffering. After years of meditation and contemplation, he attained enlightenment under a Bodhi tree. From that day forward, he became known as the Buddha, which means the awakened one. The foundation of Buddhist teachings lies in the Four Noble Truths. The first noble truth states that life is inherently filled with suffering. This suffering encompasses physical and emotional pain, as well as the dissatisfaction that arises from our desires and attachments. The second noble truth identifies the cause of suffering as craving and attachment. We cling to fleeting pleasures and possessions, which inevitably leads to disappointment and unhappiness. The third noble truth offers hope by stating that suffering can be overcome. By extinguishing craving and attachment, we can achieve liberation from the cycle of suffering. The fourth noble truth outlines the path to enlightenment, known as the Eightfold Path. This path consists of 8 interconnected principles: right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. These principles guide us towards ethical conduct, mental discipline, and spiritual insight. By cultivating wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness through the Eightfold Path, individuals can gradually free themselves from suffering. This path is not about blind faith, but rather about personal transformation through self-awareness and ethical living. Section 5. The spread of Buddhism. After the Buddha's enlightenment, he began teaching his disciples. His first sermon, known as the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, or Setting the Wheel of Dharma in Motion, was delivered in Sarnath. This sermon laid the foundation for the core principles of Buddhism, including the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. His teachings resonated with people from all walks of life. From kings and merchants to farmers and artisans, individuals from various social strata found solace and wisdom in the Buddha's words. The simplicity and profoundness of his teachings made them accessible to everyone, regardless of their background or status. As more people embraced Buddhism, it gradually spread throughout India. Villages and towns began to see the establishment of stupas, monasteries, and other Buddhist structures. These places became centers of learning and spiritual practice, attracting more followers and spreading the teachings further. The Buddha's followers formed a monastic order called the Sangha. The Sangha was not just a community of monks and nuns. It was a vital institution that played a key role in the preservation and dissemination of the Buddha's teachings. Monks and nuns dedicated their lives to studying, practicing, and teaching the Dharma. The Sangha played a crucial role in preserving and spreading the Buddha's teachings. They meticulously transcribed the teachings onto palm leaves and other materials, ensuring that the wisdom of the Buddha would be passed down through generations. These manuscripts were often stored in monasteries, which became centers of learning and scholarship. Emperor Ashoka, a powerful ruler who converted to Buddhism, played a significant role in the spread of Buddhism. After witnessing the horrors of war, Ashoka embraced Buddhism and dedicated his reign to promoting peace and non-violence. He erected pillars and edicts across his empire, inscribed with Buddhist teachings and principles. Ashoka sent Buddhist missionaries to different parts of India and beyond. These missionaries traveled far and wide, spreading the teachings of the Buddha to distant lands. They established monasteries and stupas and engaged with local communities, sharing the message of compassion and wisdom. Buddhism spread to Sri Lanka, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, and eventually to China, Korea, and Japan. Each region adapted the teachings to their own cultural contexts, leading to a rich diversity of Buddhist traditions. The spread of Buddhism across Asia is a testament to the universal appeal and enduring relevance of the Buddha's message. Section 6. Buddhist councils and sects. Buddhism, one of the world's oldest religions, has a rich history that spans over 2 millennia. Its teachings, rooted in the life and wisdom of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, have evolved and diversified over time. Over the centuries, Buddhism evolved and branched out into different schools of thought. This evolution was influenced by cultural, geographical, and philosophical factors, leading to the formation of various sects and traditions. Several Buddhist councils were held to discuss and clarify the Buddha's teachings. These councils were crucial in preserving the integrity of the teachings and ensuring that they were accurately transmitted through generations. These councils helped to codify Buddhist scriptures and establish monastic rules. The first council, held shortly after the Buddha's death, aimed to compile his teachings and establish a unified doctrine. 2 major schools of Buddhism emerged, Theravada and Mahayana. Each school developed its own interpretations and practices, reflecting the diverse ways in which the Buddha's teachings could be understood and applied. Theravada Buddhism, which means the way of the elders, emphasizes individual enlightenment through meditation and strict adherence to the Buddha's teachings. It is prevalent in countries like Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Myanmar. Mahayana Buddhism, which means the Great Vehicle, emphasizes compassion and the Bodhisattva ideal, where individuals strive to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. This school is more common in countries such as China, Japan, and Korea. Both schools, despite their differences, share a common foundation in the Buddha's teachings and continue to inspire millions around the world. Section 7. The decline of Buddhism in India. Despite its initial popularity, Buddhism gradually declined in India. This decline was not sudden, but rather a slow process that unfolded over several centuries. Buddhism, which once thrived and spread across the Indian subcontinent, began to lose its influence and followers. Several factors contributed to its decline, including the revival of Hinduism. Hinduism, with its deep roots in Indian society, began to reassert itself. The resurgence of Hindu practices and the construction of new temples drew people back to the fold of Hinduism. Another significant factor was the loss of royal patronage. During the early years, many Indian kings and emperors supported Buddhism, providing it with the necessary resources and protection. However, as new dynasties came to power, their support shifted towards Hinduism. The destruction of Buddhist monasteries by invaders also played a crucial role. These monasteries were not just religious centers, but also hubs of learning and culture. Their destruction led to a significant loss of knowledge and disrupted the Buddhist way of life. The rise of Brahmanical Hinduism, with its emphasis on the caste system and rituals, posed a challenge to Buddhist teachings. Buddhism's message of equality and its rejection of the caste system were in direct conflict with the Brahmanical order. The Gupta dynasty, which ruled India from the 4th to the 6th centuries CE, favored Hinduism over Buddhism. Their reign marked a period of Hindu Renaissance, during which Hindu art, literature, and philosophy flourished. This shift in royal patronage weakened the Buddhist institutions. Without the support of the ruling class, many monasteries and educational institutions struggled to survive. The decline in patronage also meant fewer resources for the upkeep of temples and the support of monks. Invasions by the Huns and later the Islamic conquerors led to the destruction of many Buddhist monasteries. These invasions were often brutal, leading to the loss of life and the destruction of cultural heritage. The invaders targeted Buddhist institutions, seeing them as symbols of the old order. Further contributing to the decline of Buddhism in its land of origin was the gradual assimilation of Buddhist practices into Hinduism. Over time, many Buddhist rituals and teachings were absorbed into the broader Hindu tradition, blurring the lines between the two religions. This assimilation made it difficult for Buddhism to maintain a distinct identity, leading to its eventual decline in India. Section 8. The enduring legacy of Buddhism. Although Buddhism declined in India, it continued to flourish in other parts of Asia. Today, Buddhism is a global religion with millions of followers worldwide. Its teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and non-violence continue to inspire people from all walks of life. Buddhist practices such as meditation and mindfulness have gained popularity in recent years. They are seen as ways to reduce stress, promote well-being, and cultivate inner peace. The enduring legacy of Buddhism lies in its timeless wisdom and its potential to transform lives. Section 9. Conclusion. Buddhism originated in ancient India with the life and teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Its core teachings, including the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, offer a path to liberation from suffering and the attainment of enlightenment. Buddhism spread throughout India and beyond, becoming a major world religion. While it declined in India, it continues to thrive in other parts of Asia and has gained a global following. The enduring legacy of Buddhism lies in its teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and the pursuit of inner peace.